Monday was Bastille Day in France, which is essentially their version of the 4th of July. So, in honor, there were a lot of festivities, beginning with a parade. In spite of the holiday, we had a lot of ground to cover in Paris, so we went ahead and started on our sightseeing list. First up, Les Invalides. This was a military hospital during the Napoleonic times, but now it houses a museum honoring France's military throughout history. Behind the museum is the Dome Church, where Napoleon's tomb is located. Not even remotely pretentious. I noticed that Napoleon's tomb seemed to be surrounded by weeping angels, but they're all stuck staring at each other, so I think we're safe. These are, respectively, the Petit Palais and the Grand Palais. I don't actually know what they're used for, but the buildings are beautiful. Taylor and I got brave at dinner and decided to try escargot. Surprisingly, not terrible. We were not informed that there was an underground walkway to the Arc de Triomphe, so after risking our lives running across traffic, we got a really nice up-close view. Then we headed down to the Champ de Mars. Since this is the 200th anniversary of 1914, they had a big production planned, including an opera concert and fireworks. At this point, we decided to leave the fireworks show because they had announced that there were 500,000 people there and we didn't want to get trampled once it was over. But our plan kind of backfired because we found out that they'd closed down the metro, so we had no way of getting back to our flat. So, we started to look for other options. Unfortunately, every taxi in the entire city was occupied. Then the show let out, and the streets were flooded with French people and tourists, and essentially every person in the vicinity of Paris was right there where we were, right by the Seine. So we eventually got on a bus that took us pretty close to our flat. We walked about 15 minutes back, and we arrived at our flat at about 2:15 in the morning. I've never been so happy to see that flat in my life, or those 5 flights of stairs that we still had to climb up when we got there.